Good morning. I've got a brief RUS Electric Program update. Loan activity and obligations for 2019 and 2020 were much higher than we'd seen for the last several years. So far, it's looking like 2021 is not going to be as active as 2020. We're experiencing significant delays in environmental reviews and clearance of projects due to staff turnover. RUS is working to eliminate this backlog. The GFRs have been asked to review and clear projects that don't require environmental reports. That makes up the majority of projects, and borrowers can then move forward with loan applications for the projects cleared by the GFRs. The remaining projects can then be included in a separate application later or included as reimbursement in the next loan. Unfortunately, GFRs weren't pulled in until late in the fiscal year, so a lot of loans are going to spill over into the next fiscal year. I'll be discussing 3 regulations that RUS published in 2020 and 2021. The Rural Energy Savings Program regulation was published in April of 2020. This program provides loans to utilities and other companies who in turn provide loans to consumers to implement cost-effective energy efficiency measures. The RUS program is announced annually through a Notice of Solicitation of Applications, which was published December 15, 2020, and is open until funds are expended or until further notice. RUS issued the Smart Utility Regulation in September 2020. The electric program can fund fiber as part of Smart Grid under 3 scenarios. First, exclusive Smart Grid purpose and use. Second, backbone fiber for smart grid use. And third, system-wide fiber, including to-the-meter for smart grid use. Fiber used exclusively for smart grid purposes, whether substation to substation or fiber to the meter, is eligible for 100% financing by the electric program. In these instances, co-ops have indicated to us that there is no intention of using the fiber for any other purpose, including broadband service. Fiber backbone deployed throughout the system for smart grid purposes, exclusive of drops, is eligible for 100% financing by the electric program. In this instance, a loan covenant will be included to ensure that none of the RUS financing will be used to deploy fiber beyond the original backbone infrastructure. System-wide smart grid fiber, including to the meter, may be financeable by the electric program. If the fiber deployed for smart grid is to also be used by a separate entity to provide retail broadband service, RUS Electric program may fund up to 100% if the borrower is wholesaling the fiber to a separate entity or entities on a non-exclusive basis. If the co-op intends to provide retail broadband service either directly or through a wholly owned subsidiary, RUS Electric program will limit the funding of the facilities used exclusively for retail broadband to 10% of the total project cost. The 2018 Farm Bill authorized the 10% use of RD funds for broadband. Title VII of the Rural Electrification Act requires 45-day posting and comment period for retail broadband projects. The Smart Utility Regulation was implemented in the fall of 2020. The regulation addresses the posting process. The electric program has launched an alternative public notice system under regulation. There's 45 days for competitors to register service level. A 25-3 test is to be used. Comments and independent research will determine results. If it is determined through the public notice filing process that 25-3 service exists, those areas will be removed from RUS Electric program funding. Under all circumstances, current RUS telecom providers cannot be overbuilt using electric program funding. The public notice filings are located on our website, and here's a screenshot of what that looks like. Finally, the streamlining of electric program procedures. The RUS Electric program has revised several regulations to streamline the electric program procedures. These changes will be effective on September 7, 2021. Some of the streamlining procedure changes include increasing the general fund reimbursement period from 24 to 48 months. It clarifies and updates eligible items approved for RUS financing. It clarifies that the RUS 740C will be used to justify the loan amount and not be an exclusive list of projects which can be financed. It changes the RUS approval requirement of power supply arrangements and any amendments to a term of 5 years. And it reduces the equity requirement related to RUS advance approval for lien sharing from 27 to 20%. I want to give you a quick update on the Reconnect program. The Reconnect regulation was published earlier this year. The new Reconnect funding announcement and Round 3 application window should be published in the near future. If you have any questions about Reconnect, contact Richard Jenkins, our Telecom GFR for Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware. Thanks for giving me a few minutes to speak this morning. Please contact me if I can assist you in any way.